Section 7. Method dependency and proficiency testing. Most proficiency tests, not just FAPAS proficiency tests, do not dictate what method you should use. This should be your normal, routine method with no special treatment. Sometimes there will be method dependency, and we will describe this in instructions. We can also investigate method dependency in PT data. So some examples here. Is there a method dependency? Yes. So total fat hydrolysis. In order to measure total fat, you have to do a hydrolysis step. This could be an acid hydrolysis or an alkaline hydrolysis, and which one will depend on the matrix. Vitamins and allergens are well known for being method dependent. We can also investigate PT data to look for perceived method dependency, and sometimes we find there is no method dependency. Examples are hydroxymethylfurfural or HMF in honey, sodium in just about everything, and PAHs. For evidence and publications on all of these method dependencies, this list of publications on this slide is some of the scientific output from FAPAS. Let's look at a couple of these examples in detail, starting with vitamin B2. In a liquid supplement, vitamin B2 cannot be its riboflavin compound. It has to be modified to be more soluble, and therefore it's present as riboflavin 5-phosphate. This in turn creates an issue for its analysis, because riboflavin requires only an acid hydrolysis step, whereas the riboflavin phosphate requires an additional enzymatic digestion step which follows the acid hydrolysis. So a two-step process. We see the outcome of that in the PT data, which is bimodal. So the left-hand mode corresponds to participants that have used only the acid hydrolysis. The right-hand mode corresponds to participants that have correctly used the enzymatic hydrolysis as well as the acid hydrolysis. We can look at the trend of this over time, and in fact we published this observation 7 years ago in the journal Analytical and Bioanalytical Chemistry. If we look at the trend of the charts from left to right, we can see that over the years and successive proficiency tests, participants have learned from the outcome of these PTs. So by the time we get to PT 2164, more participants are using the correct double process for the method than participants only using the simple method. And in fact, more recent PTs show a unimodal distribution where all participants are now correctly using the complete method. Allergens is well documented in the scientific press. You can see the effects on proficiency testing in that we need to separate allergens results according to the ELISA kit that labs use. And in fact, not just that, there might also be differences between a manufacturer's different ELISA kit products, as we can see here for gluten, where we have 3 assigned values, 2 of which correspond to the same manufacturer but different products. Not only can they give different assigned values, they can give very different distributions, as you can see in the charts below. For pesticide residues, there is a different effect. It's not analytical, but it is to do with the matrix effect of the sample. We prepare the material by taking a bulk matrix, screening it, spiking with pesticides, and then leaving it to stabilise, especially for cereal products. We then remix it and aliquot it out into PET samples. We know what the spiking value is, we know what the homogeneity value is, and we know what the assigned value is based on the consensus of participants. But what we observe is a remarkable difference between what we've spiked in and what we have as the assigned value. The chart at the top is a homogeneity mean value plotted against the consensus assigned value, and there's good agreement. However, the bottom plot shows that the spike value, that is the theoretical value that we've put into the material, is more than the assigned value, and in fact it's consistent to about a factor of 1.22. Therefore, we strongly encourage participants to interpret their performance based on the assigned value that we as the proficiency test provide, and not on the spike values or the homogeneity mean values.